Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead, where we use the wisdom of our ancestors to make amazing, nourishing, delicious meals for our family and grow some of our own food. Today is Azure Haul Day. It was a crazy, crazy morning. I have over $1,000 worth of food sitting on the table. We're going to go through all of it. But first, if you've never ordered from Azure Standard, if this video somehow inspires you to order, would you please use my link down below? What that link will do is when you click on it and you make your first order, they're going to give you what's called a share code. And that share code can be shared to all of your friends. And when they make their first order of $100 or more, you get $25 off of your next order. So totally worth going through the link to make your first order. So if I inspire you, go ahead and click it. That'd be awesome. Let's get to all of this food. I'm going to start with the frozen items only because the stuff's been in my car for a while and I'd like to get it into the freezer. So we have Azure Standard brand frozen green beans. This came down to $2.91 a pound. This is a 5-pound bag of frozen green beans. We have a 5-pound box of frozen sweet potatoes for $12.44. I ordered this just as like a side. I was going to get their sweet potatoes, but it was the same price to have them already frozen and diced, and so I went with frozen and diced. The next freezer item is organic mixed vegetables that are frozen. This came down to $3.59 a pound. I bought a 5-pound box. Okay, so that's it for frozen. So we're going to go on to refrigerated items. We have a 5-pound bag of carrots, and these were $7.25 for 5 pounds of carrots. Usually I get the huge bags of carrots, but this month we had some left over from last month, and I'd really, really like to get those used up. Next is parchment baking paper from If You Care. A whole roll, 70 square feet, $6.91. Some of the products on Azure, and this is one of them, you actually have to go back in your past orders and click on it in order to pull it up. I'm not sure what's going on with the website. I had this happen a couple of different times. Like if you put in the search bar salmon, it doesn't come up anymore. But if you go back to a past order where you've ordered salmon and then click on that item, it'll bring it up for sale. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but this was one of them that was doing that. So I went ahead and ordered a 38-pound box of awesome organic oranges. This came down to $1.56 a pound for organic oranges. So that was a steal. Love that. I also got a 3-pound bag of purple onions. This came to $7.50. We got some celery, organic celery, for $3.95. I'm not really happy with this celery. I might just grab it locally. Azure's celery used to be huge, and it just seems to be shrinking. So I'm not very satisfied with the celery this month. We got some cheese. This is the raw pepper jack. Highly recommend this. It lost its label apparently. But this is like a jalapeno popper without the breading, so totally worth it. This is a 5-pound black for $43.70. Another item I grabbed was some more non-raw mild organic cheddar cheese. 5-pound block for $50.20. Got vanilla extract for $20.29. This is 16 ounces. Apple cider vinegar was on sale. Don't know if you guys caught that sale. This is a whole entire gallon, and it was only $10.25. If you don't know how to properly prepare your grains to fill up your family faster with the same amount of beans and rice, etc., this is the key you've been missing. It unlocks a lot of the nutrients for your family. If you're interested in learning about that, I do have a video over on the playlist, Proper Preparation of Grains, here on the channel. You can watch it, totally learn how to properly prepare your beans and rice, etc., with apple cider vinegar, and fill up that family faster with the same food budget. So check that out. Next, olive oil. This is a huge steal, you guys. This is, I think, the second or third month they have kept the price of an entire gallon of organic olive oil down to $45.98. Salad season is here. That's all I'm going to say about the olive oil, but this would be a good thing to stock up on because it is imported. $45.98 is a steal. Next item is Thompson's raisins. A 5-pound bag for $16.15. I have a 20-pound case of Gala apples for $25.20. Sorry, that was $29.20 for 20 pounds of organic apples. Granules of garlic, a whole pound for $13.92. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000,001 times. Azure Standard is the best, the most affordable place to buy all of your kitchen spices. All right, mushrooms. These are all going to get diced up and then froze. This is a 2-pound container for $12.95. Somebody asked me last month in the comments if I have a second fridge. I do, but it's mainly used for our dairy because we have our own dairy goats here. They were wondering what I'm going to do with all this fresh produce. So what I do is I have a chopper, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I showcase it on every single one of my live cooking classes here. But it's essentially a dicer that dices like these up. These are going to be diced. And then I just throw them inside that. Okay, as I was saying, I dice all the stuff up and I freeze it. So that's what's going to happen with this 2-pound package of red bell peppers for $7.18. These were on sale, and so was the organic green bell peppers, 2 pounds for $6.48. So that's a really good steal. I mean, there's 6 of them in here. That's like $1 a pepper. Really awesome. So we're just going to dice all these up and put them in freezer bags. And then when you go to use them, you kind of just whack that bag on the counter, and you can use it in any recipes that you would normally have chopped bell peppers in. All right, I have 5 pounds of yellow potatoes for, let's see, $8.65. These are organic. We buy this every month. This is raw medium cheddar cheese for $6.78 a pound. We use this for snacks, like alongside fruit or even carrots. And then also like on salads and stuff like that. Not for cooking because it's raw, but that's what we use this for. And we order it every month because we love it. Okay, calcium hydroxide food grade. So I bought 5 pounds of this. I'm going to tell you what I use it for. 5 pounds for $11.20. So calcium hydroxide powder can be used for a lot of things, but what I use it for is to water glass all of my extra eggs. So we have chickens here on the farm. And whatever we don't use as a family that is nice and clean, I make a water glassing solution with this calcium hydroxide so that I have eggs year round when they take a break into the winter, because chickens don't lay naturally year round. And so this is an amazing thing. I know Homestead Family has a how-to video on how to do this. I have a video up here on this subject if you'd like to check that out. But it's a great way to be able to store eggs so you can use them when your chickens aren't laying. I've also ranted and raved about this product forever. I have a 4-minute video up here on the channel, if you haven't seen it yet, about how to use Azure Standard's tomato powder to save a ton of money, up to 50% off on your tomato products, okay? And that's 50% off non-organic tomato products. This is organic, so it's amazing. So this is a 5-pound bag for $64.35, but this will make all of our tomato products for almost an entire year. So think ketchup, tomato sauce, tomato paste, barbecue sauce, all of the things with a powder that you just add water to. It's awesome. So this is something that I needed to buy because I don't plan on growing Roma tomatoes this year. It's a lot of work to produce enough for our large family of 8. And so this is what I go to instead. Bought was sprouted brown rice. This is a 5-pound bag at $2.04 a pound. This is going to go into a rice meal this month. And I thought, hey, sprouted, one less step, right, before you eat it. I also grabbed some fine pink diamond sea salt. This is a 5-pound bag for $35.04. So I don't know if you guys saw one of my last videos about how to cure your own bacon with no nitrates and no special things you have to order, just stuff from your pantry. But salt is one of them, the healthy colored salt. So I kind of wiped myself out, so I had to order another bag. And I should mention that part 2 of the making your own bacon is coming soon. We're just waiting for that 7 to 10 day period to expire. Okay, so we have Nancy's sour cream. It's an entire case. This was basically is $18.99 for the whole flat, but it took it down to a price of $3.16 per container. So that's not bad at all for organic sour cream. Okay, down here on the floor, I have a 25-pound bag of pinto beans for $43.45. And off to the side here, I have huge 50-pound bags of organic brown flaxseed. These are for our meat birds this year. A 50-pound bag came to $72.32, and then obviously times 4. All right, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. We do still have our live cooking classes once a month. It's in a pre-scheduled event, so go check that out. Hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.